Hello everyone and welcome to my Home and Away news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. 1000 Elf Sisters fan comes forward about who Amy Slaton's fiance really is. As 1000 Elf Sisters fans have seen in episodes for the TLC show, things between Amy Slaton and Brian Lovern got hot, heavy, and serious in record time. Recently, a fan who lives in the area and knows about Brian dished on who he really is. So what did this person have to say about Brian and his true character? 1000 LB Sisters. Fans want Amy Slaton to focus on her children. Ever since Amy Slaton's public split from Michael Halterman, 1000 Elf Sisters fans have been encouraging Amy to focus on herself and her children, rather than entertaining new men. Following her split from Michael, Amy entertained a string of men, and viewers called her out for trying to fill the void that Michael left with these strange individuals. As 1000 Elf Sisters fans have seen, Amy has gotten serious with a man named Brian Lovern. He has been featured heavily in recent episodes as part of Amy's TLC storyline, and he even went as far as to pop the question, which shocked not only viewers but Amy's family members as well. TLC fan dishes on Brian Lovern's true character. Of course, when it comes to any of the Slaton siblings and who they happen to be dating, 1000 Elf Sisters fans always call out the possibility that these people could be dating them for clout. With how fast Amy Slaton moved in her relationship with Brian Lovern, a lot of fans don't trust it. Recently, a fan who lives in the area in Kentucky and knows of Brian opened up about what they know of him. The fan went on to say, "I live in Western Kentucky, very close to Tammy and Amy, and I've met them a few times. I live in a very small town, and my aunt actually worked with Brian for quite a while. He has had a history of drug and alcohol issues, but he has been clean and sober for years now." The 1000 Elf Sisters viewer continued, adding, "He always acted normal, but my aunt said after his wife divorced him, he had been acting out of character. He had been yelling at his coworkers, getting slightly aggressive and acting irrationally. They are all confused because this came out of absolutely nowhere. They thought he was abusing alcohol again, but now many people in the office think he's having a bad mental health crisis, and he is afraid of being alone. My aunt said she has never known him to be this way. I just think it explains a lot of why he acts so weird." 1000 Elf Sisters fans are very protective of Tammy Slaton and Amy Slaton, and they had plenty to say following this recent fan confession alluding to Brian's character. The world fell in love with Amy Slaton from 1000 Elf Sisters, not just for her charming, raw authenticity, but for the dramatic twists and turns her life has taken in the public eye. From her marriage to Michael Halterman and eventual split to her newfound happiness, Amy's love life has kept fans guessing. So when rumors started to swirl about a new fiancé in her life, a man whose face remained a mystery, fans were eager to learn more. In a surprising twist, a devoted 1000 Elf Sisters fan has come forward with a remarkable story about who Amy Slaton's fiancé really is. According to this insider, the man in question isn't a celebrity or a well-known face. Instead, he's someone from Amy's past, a person who has quietly supported her through years of struggles and triumphs. The insider speaks. The insider, who wished to remain anonymous for their own privacy, explained that Amy's fiancé is someone she has known since the very beginning. According to this person, the two first crossed paths in their small town of Dixon, Kentucky, long before Amy was a reality TV superstar. It's a story that highlights loyalty, patience, and pure love blooming in a place not typically associated with fairy tale romance. It surprised me when I first put two and two together and realized who it was. He's not some rich influencer or actor. He's someone who has lived a normal life alongside Amy all these years, cheering her on from the sidelines without making a big scene about it. The insider described the fiancé as a kind, hard-working man who kept a low profile while Amy dealt with the pressures of fame, health struggles, and a dramatic divorce. His motives, according to the insider, were not about money, celebrity, or opportunity. It was about loving Amy for who she is, not for her lifestyle. So who exactly is this mysterious man? The insider revealed his first name is Tony, a person who has deep roots in the small town Amy calls home. Tony and Amy were friends in high school, and although their paths diverged after graduation, the two remained in each other's orbits. They kept in touch casually, exchanging messages on social media and offering kind words during difficult moments, like when Amy fell ill, when her marriage fell apart, and when the pressures of fame seemed overwhelming. It's a story of loyalty and patience. Tony always cared for Amy, but it seemed the timing was never quite right. She was busy starting a family, filming the show, battling health issues. There were 1,000 obstacles in their way. But through it all, Tony remained a true friend first and a lover later. The turning point. Fans have gotten a few clues about Amy's happiness in the last few months. A newfound glow, a spark in her voice, and a dramatic change in her outlook on life. According to the insider, this renewal came when Tony decided to reach back into their shared past and reconnect in a more intimate way. It was a phone call that turned into hours of conversation. Amy opened up about her struggles, her doubts, her future. Tony listened, supported, and made sure Amy knew she was worth loving. That phone call turned into a meeting, then a first date, and soon enough, a deep bond blossomed. The insider described their first few dates as simple: dinner at a small restaurant in town, a walk by the lake, a ride through backroads, away from the glitz and the cameras. It was exactly what Amy seemed to need after years of upheaval. Something pure, uncomplicated, and real. Rising above fame's pressures. Some fans might find it hard to believe that Amy, a reality TV icon, would gravitate towards someone who prefers anonymity over the spotlight. But for Amy, this anonymity seemed to be a key piece of their happiness. Tony doesn't care about being on TV. He'd rather stay home and watch a movie with Amy and the kids. That's what makes their relationship special. It's not about fame. It's about connection. The insider explained that this bond allowed Amy to let her guard down in a way she hadn't in years. She didn't have to perform, pretend, or conform to anyone's view of what her relationship should be. Instead, she could be herself. Messy, vulnerable, flawed, but 100% true. The family connection. This newfound happiness isn't just about Amy and Tony. It's about her children, Gage and Glenn, who are a huge part of her future. According to the insider, Tony has gotten close to Amy's kids and has become a loving father figure to them. It's a big deal for Amy. She's protective of her children. She made sure Tony was someone who would treat them with patience and kindness. The first time Tony met the boys, it was a huge moment. Gage was a little unsure at first. Change can be hard for kids, but Tony won him over quickly by simply listening and playing with him. It was a moment, Amy said, made her realize this was real. The insider described a scene where Tony challenged Gage to a video game match and fell into a comfortable role in the family's daily routines, cooking dinner together, helping with homework, and making sure the boys felt supported. Looking forward, fans have been eager to know if marriage is in the future for Amy and Tony. According to the insider, a proposal already happened. A small, intimate moment without a camera crew or a dramatic production. It was at home, in their living room, with the kids there. Tony got down on one knee and asked Amy if she'd be his wife. There were tears, there were smiles, and there were two very excited little boys cheering in the background. The couple is currently planning a small, private wedding with only close friends and family in attendance, a dramatic contrast from the large ceremonies reality TV often shows. Amy wants this marriage to be a fresh start, a chance to do it their way, without distractions, without judgment. Final thoughts. The story of Amy Slaton's engagement is a powerful reminder that love sometimes finds us in the most ordinary places. It's not about glitz, fame, or grand gestures. It's about loyalty, patience, and having someone who sees us at our worst and still finds something worth loving. As Amy prepares for this new chapter in her life, fans can celebrate alongside her. Not because of a dramatic proposal or a celebrity matchup, but because she has, against all odds, found happiness in the purest form. Her fiancé isn't a superstar. He's a friend who fell in love and chose to stay, through thick and thin. For Amy Slaton, this feels like the ultimate fairy tale, not a story made for TV, but a future made for her.